So Marlon, this is for you. This is a reading for you for, I guess, let's say the month of December. We're going to talk about work, health, home, and love. So I hope this is good for you. And here we go. Okay, work, health, home, and love. So we're going to use the Tarot de Marseille. These are Italian cards, and they are very ancient looking. They're copied from cards that would have been used in the late 1700s, 1760, as a matter of fact. So, hope that you've got your translation on, or your English has gotten even better than it was before, because no Spanish in this video, sorry. Although when we move to Spain, I will be taking some classes, and hopefully in the next year, you'll hear me speaking with an accent from the area of Zaragoza. So there you go. So Marlon, let's see what's going on for you. I hope that you've been thinking about this and hopefully sent some thoughts this way. You know, these readings are never yes, no, you should do this and you should not do that. These readings are never like that, but they're more something to give you something to think about and try to apply what the cards say to whatever is going on in your life right now. But generally, before we do too much, besides the work, health, the home, and the love, I want to speak to you about, are you going to be happy at the end of the next 12 months? And we'll do 3 cards to see about that. So 1, 2, 3. 3 cards for Marlon Andrade to see if he's going to be happy in the next 3 months. Well, so this is a 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is arguing without a point, or a misunderstanding with no solution, or confusion when there's no reason for things to be confused. So that's the first card up. Are you going to be happy at the end of the next 12 months? And this is telling me the first card up is that there's going to be some conflict that really shouldn't be. You should just put it aside. Next card up. This is difficult. So this is the Tower card. And the Tower card is a tower that is falling. Okay, so it's not good news, but it's the end of a cycle. So the tower falling is always the end of the cycle. And you can see here the fellow is falling down on his head. Someone else is crawling from behind. The crown of the tower, or the turret, is falling over. And so this is a lot of turmoil for the end of the next 12 months. And the last card then is this 10 of also Wands. And the 10 of Wands again speaks to hard job. Think of pushing a rock up a hill, and that's kind of what the 10 of Wands tells. So at the end of the next 10 months, where are you going to be? You will have worried about things that you shouldn't have. It's going to be the end of some period. So if it's been a difficult period, or if it is a difficult period, this will be the end of it at the end of the next 12 months. And the general feeling for that time is that it's been hard. Okay, so that doesn't speak to whether it's been hard in love, or hard in health, or hard in work, or hard in home situation. But at the end of the 12 months, you're going to be experiencing something that has been hard, but it's the end of a cycle, and always at the end of a cycle, something new is about to happen again. So let's see work for Marlon. What about work in the next few months for Marlon? Let's do 4 cards for this work. How is work? And I just want to know, are you going to be doing something that you should do? Do you have to make decisions that will be positive? What's going to happen with work for Marlon in the next 12 months? The devil. Okay, so what the devil tells us is that this is someone who is chained to lesser intentions. Someone who's they're chained to doing things that aren't in the best interest of them. Okay, so work for the next few months is telling us that you're chained to something that's not good for you. The next thing up is the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is sort of being feeling like you're held back. Okay. Wands are actions, plans, forward movement. And in the regard of making action or doing plans or moving forward, you're going to be feeling held back because you're chained to something that's not useful. It may seem useful because a lot of times the lesser intentions seem like the best thing to do at the time. Let's say, for instance, one evening you were deciding, should I stay home and wash my clothes, or should I go out and have a party with my friends? Well, if you decided to go out and have a party with your friends, that would be the lesser intention. And if you're doing that too often, then that's what this would speak to. If you're deciding to stay home and wash your clothes, then that's getting things done in a positive way. But it looks like work, regarding work, you can say in the short-term future, it's going to be a lesser intention and feeling trapped a bit. Then with the 10 of Wands, at least this tells us that it's coming to an end, this situation. And so this is the Valet of Cups. Cups are hearts, so emotional things. And the Valet, if you want to think of a king or a queen or a knight who fights, or this is just the Valet is like a messenger. And so he's bringing you in the next bit a heartfelt message. So if I look at this quickly, if we're talking about work, for instance, then we're saying that, okay, whatever is happening at work may not be to your best interest. Feeling pinned in by the situation is how you're going to feel. Doesn't mean that you will be, but that's what your perception will be. And then, but the end of that situation it will be coming soon, and there will be a message of emotion. So it could be an emotional message for maybe some new work. It could be a love that's coming around, but something that's personal regarding work is going to be. You could meet someone at work. So that's kind of what is happening with work. Now we're going to talk about your health. Okay, Marlon's health in the next few months to a year. Marlon's health. What is this going to be like? Marlon's health. So, again, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marlon's health in the next 4 months to a year. First thing that comes up, okay, this is the Chariot. So a chariot is like a little car, okay, and or a carriage. And the chariot is a major arcana, so it's a big promise, and it's talking about things moving at a more rapid pace. So things moving quickly. About your health, could be good or bad at this point. Okay. So this is an Ace of Coins, coins or value. So this is a yes card. So this is telling me that this is in a positive direction. Your health in the next 12 months to a year is moving rapidly into something that's good. Okay, so this is the 3 of Swords. Swords are heartbreak. But swords, or the 3 of Swords is heartbreak, but the swords are truth, justice, rules, and law. So there's going to be some element of disappointment for you in the area of either truth or justice or some rules or some law. There's going to be a difficulty. And having it related to your health. And then the last card is Justice. The thing about justice is always making a good decision. And so for your health, we see that things are going to be moving rapidly towards a big positive finish. There will be some disappointment, however, but in the end, it all will have been for the best in the end. So all these things had to happen for things to come out equal and just in the end. So your health is good with some challenges, but with a good result in the finish. for the next 4 months to 12 months. Now we're going to talk about home life, your life at home. Maybe it could even pertain to where you're going to be living or whether if you're going to be moving. So the next 4 months to a year for Marlon as regards to home. 4 cards. 2, 3, 4, and maybe 1 extra to make some things clear. Okay. First card for home. Okay, so this is the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is really setting boundaries. The 2 of Cups, cups are emotional situations. And the 2 of Cups is almost like lovers, okay? Or making a pair, making a decision with someone else. That's so that's always a hopeful situation. So home, setting boundaries really, and making a decision, a pairing decision. Okay, so this is the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of the Swords is an abuse of power. So swords are truth, justice, rules, and law, and the 5 of Swords is talking about someone making abuse of the power that is generated in this home. And it could be you, could be someone else. And then the 2 of Wands is short-term plans. So regarding home for the next 4 months to a year is boundaries are probably going to be reimagined or set. There's a perfect pairing involved in this. This is detrimental because this is someone taking advantage of the situation as regards home. And then this final 2 of Wands is making some short-term plans. So it looks like there's some turmoil here. Boundary set, a pairing of 2 people or an agreement at least. Difficulty, and then short-term plans. So I'm going to say home has a possibility of some sort of a change in the next 4 to 6 months. And then the final card for that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is happy family. So whatever happens here, it's going to be good in the end for home. Love. Next 4 to 12 months for Marlon. Love. For Marlon. Love. I'm going to pull these cards one at a time until I believe the reading is complete. 1 for love. Okay, so this is the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands is sort of victorious. Okay, it's celebratory at least. So in love, next 4 to 6 months, there's something positive there. Next card for love in the next 6 months. So this is the 9 of Cups, and so this is having an abundance. Cups are always emotional situations, could be even love. Think of cups like in a deck of cards, the hearts. So 9, so it's really got a lot to do with emotions in the next 6 months. Big yes card, so a lot of value. And the Queen of Wands. This is very interesting. I'm sorry, but this is you. And Wands are actions, plans, and forward movement. And this Queen is sad, okay? But she has in her hand the power to make the movements that she must, okay? So in love, I think there's some change coming in the next 4 to 12 months. How is Marlon going to be overall in this next year? How is Marlon going to be overall during, not at the end of, but during this next year? We're going to do 6 cards. How is Marlon going to be overall during the next 6 months to a year. The signifier card for this is this is love. Okay, so this is finding the perfect match. Even more so than the Two of Cups, this Six of the major arcana is finding the perfect person over this next year. That's the signifier. That's the main event in your next year. The challenge to that, though, is death. Death doesn't really hardly ever mean actual death, but it means the end of something. So it could be the death of some relationship that makes way for something else to happen. And the basis of this thing is the fighter of swords. So the Knight of Swords. The basis of all of this: truth, justice, rules, and law. That's what swords are. And this knight is going to fight for the truth, the justice, the rules, and the law. That's the basis of everything that's going to happen over this next year, is this knight fighting for justice and organization. The past is the wow. So this is the Queen of coins. So the Queen of value, the Queen of money, the Queen of emotional value. But that's in the past. So this decision will have pretty much been made going into these next 12 months. The Queen of my value. Okay, and again, and then in the sky of this, 2, 4, 6, 7. So this 7 of coins is a bit like not knowing what I could have done more. And so that's going to be the overall theme for the next year. Always wondering, should I have done more? Is there something else I didn't do? Should I pay attention to something else? This is the most important thing you can do over the next year, is always be reevaluating if you've done something positive or enough towards your value over the next year. And then the final outcome, okay, is the Emperor. And so the Emperor is a big yes card. It's being in charge of your future, and that's how you come out over the next year. So during this journey over the next year, by the end of that, you will be in charge of your journey. So that's what I see of the cards. Tell me what you think.